Hello, viewers. Welcome to Idols of Pune. I'm sure every day we are meeting one of the beautiful diamond that has really made difference in the society. Today we are going to meet someone really, really special, and it is really, in its sense, a real diamond. Why I say a real diamond? Because this personality has worked in multi-dimension. By profession, she is a doctor, but by her act, she has touched different things in her life. She herself explored herself in acting, in modeling, in tracking, in making a record, in doing service. You ask, and she's there in all fields. So she is a person with multiple facets and who's been doing wonderful. She is a doctor. Why I'm emphasizing on doctor? डॉक्टर होने के बाद में इतना टाइम पता नहीं कैसे मिलता है इन्हें. So let me welcome you all with Dr. Bhavisha Bhati. Hello, doctor. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How about you?
Absolutely fine. So,
Thank you so
viewers,
much.
great. It's pleasure to have you. Before you say anything, let me tell just few things about you so that the viewers get connected to you. Okay.
Okay.
So Bhavisha Bhati is born brought up Gujarat. तो ये टिपिकल गुजरात से है. 15 साल से पुणे में रह रहे हैं. शी इज अ प्रोफेशनली एज आई सेड शी इज अ होम्यो होम्योपैथिक फिजिशियन एंड काउंसलर एंड उनका पैशन जो है वो मॉडलिंग है. तो उसमें डेफिनेटली वो मिसेस मगरपट्टा रही है, मिसेस पुणे हुई है, मिसेस महाराष्ट्र एंड गुजरात से है. तो डांडिया क्वीन डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज डांडिया गरबा इनके रग रग में है. बैडमिंटन चैंपियन है, बेस्ट ट्रैकर है. इसके साथ में इनका नाम गिनीज वर्ल्ड ऑफ बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स में भी है, जिसमें विमेन ड्राइव जो ये लवासा में था, इसमें इन्हें मिला है. बहुत सारे दूसरे अवार्ड्स भी है जो इन्हें सोसाइटी के लिए रिकग्निशन के लिए किए है. बट लेट मी टेल यू, with all of these which is there, she is an athlete, she is a model, she is a inspiration, she is the one who can inspire someone. So all in one, Dr. Bhavisha Bhati.
Thank you so much for having me in this station, Ramal. Um, Actually, बहुत कुछ बोल दिया है मेरे बारे में, but we are just a human being in that way. But yeah, definitely, we are fortunate enough to get this title and get this all the respect from the society. So,
So so Dr. Bhavisha, ये डॉक्टरी से, होम्योपैथी से फुर्सत कैसे मिलती है और इतना कैसे कर पाती हो?
I would like to give a brief story about my life and how I become from doctor to versatile personality. I'm sure each one having their own story and inspiring story, but I find myself fortunate enough to be here to describe it. I born and brought up in a uh, uh, typical Kshatriya Rajput caste in Gujarat, where the education of the female especially was not much important. And but I raised by a very strong woman. She has given me all the wings of confidence to fly. She is a very revolutionary woman and very, very confident. She is my mother. So she has taken a challenge to made me a first female doctor in my caste. I was the
Wow.
first who went in a hostel for 6 years, which was never happened in our caste before. So बोलते ना बीज कहाँ से आते हैं, तो that because of I raised by a strong woman and my mom. So मैं doctor बनी and I pursue a homeopathic degree from Anand and yeah, I become a very well respected doctors in my caste in that way. And I think my life is that good. But and then I married to a nuclear family. My husband is ground married. I shifted Baroda. I started my again further course of integrated clinical research in homeopathy, and that is why I'm focusing and say that I'm counselor. That helps me a lot. And I was a lecturer in college. I was an OPD consultant, and my life was that actually in Baroda. but it's not like that. We expect it, right? So there was a sudden twist, and my husband got job in Pune. One day, Romal, I have to wind up everything. जितना भी मैंने 5-6 साल में जितना भी अर्न किया था, मेरी एफर्ट्स, वो सब मुझे एक दिन में ताला लगाना पड़ा था. So it was a very painful journey. Yeah, for a doctor, you can understand it takes times to establish the clinic and confidence of the patient, right? So yeah, that journey was very, very tough. And I thought something is lacking because source of happiness एक ही था जो चला गया. So again in Pune, I have to start from zero. But here comes when we should be open, we should be able to adapt the changes in our life. And that is how I took whatever the opportunity comes in my life. So I joined insurance company, then I joined hospital in the management. I started my practice. I thought again life is set. I started corporate visit like Super and all these things. So मैंने कहा ठीक है चलो ये भी बराबर है. Now what happened? I fell down and I met with an accident, and I was a bedridden for entire 1 year.
Okay.
Now I had to stop everything, my clinic, my management was everything. Then my source of happiness was a zero. I thought, where is my identity if I'm not doctor? No, we always are so stick to our identity. No? And then I found there is something wrong and which we need to discover ourselves. Fortunately, I become a part of Magarpata city, which is extremely, I'm lucky, feeling lucky that I am a part of this city. Magarpata city has given a platform for each and every talent to execute. So I started taking part in a various activity. My first event was Mrs. Magarpata. Then I won this title, and that the journey started. Then I took all the opportunity which comes in my life. I grasped entire whatever the things, sports, cultural, adventure, whatever you name it. I just took part. I just jumped it, and I just grasped this opportunity. Fortunate enough that I won so many titles which you describe, and I don't want to repeat it, like for the pageant, fashion world, then the sports, then there is Guinness Book of World Record, then there is lots of things. I started my own event company. My practice was going on, but it was a part time because I think life is so colorful, and I want to enjoy each color of my life. Why I should limited my life and talent into one cabin. And that is how my versatile personality started. And over a period of time, I thought, मुझे मगरपटा ने इतना दिया है तो मुझे और encouragement देना चाहिए. And फिर मैंने committee join किया, and I make sure that कि minimum 100 female every year I encourage, because जिससे मुझे फायदा मिला है मैं सबको देना चाहती थी. So that is why I become a heading the committee now. Since last 15 years, I am doing voluntary service. And we celebrate each and every festival in the Magarpata. We have a platform to execute all the talent, cultural, sports, and everything. And that is how my, versatile personality has been evolved over a period of time.
आपकी जर्नी जब सुन रही तो एक दिमाग में आता है कि स्टीरियोटाइपिंग छोड़ के, स्टीरियोटाइप को ब्रेक करके यू हैव कम अप एज एन इंडिविजुअल, एंड एक अपॉर्चुनिटी, बोलते ना, एक से जब दूसरी चीज में जब चेंज आता है, हम इन चेंजेस को अडॉप्ट नहीं करते, बट यू हैव अडॉप्टेड द थिंग्स वेरी फास्ट. सो कैन यू गिव फ्यू टिप्स टू द मदर्स who don't want to leave their comfort zone and do something of their own?
I'm sorry, will you able to repeat it because there is an echo sound?
I said, can you just give few tips so that the mothers who are there in comfort zone can come out of it and explore the different colors of their life, as you said?
Yes, definitely. Now here, there is a few tools out there. The one thing is adaptability for changes. You should have enough flexible. अगर एक जहां अपनी रास्ता रुक जाता है, मंजिल नहीं मिलती है, we should not sit in a corner and cry. जो मेरे साथ बना इंसिडेंस, अगर मैं वही रोती रही थी तो मैं आज यहाँ पे नहीं थी जो हूं मैं. So either रास्ता चेंज करो या नई अपॉर्चुनिटी को ग्रास्प कर लो. And there is no competition. You just have to compete yourself. मुझ में क्या बेटर है जो मैं दे सकती हूँ सोसाइटी को. अगर ये फीलिंग माइंड में रहती है, then you can win the war in that way. You can be more versatile. Flexibility is a key tool to become a versatile personality, not a stereotype. क्योंकि जहां से लाइट आती है ना वहां पे हमें जाना चाहिए, देन अवर लाइट विल बी शाइनिंग, यू नो। एक कॉर्नर में जहां अंधेरा है वहां बैठ जाएंगे, कोई मतलब नहीं है।
That is very, very true. So, agreed on this point. You know, you have mentioned that you have done trekking, best trek in Manali. So, how does this trekking start? आपने कहा कि आपका एक्सीडेंट हुआ था and you were bedridden. तो उसके बाद में इतनी स्ट्रेंथ ट्रैकिंग की कहाँ से आई?
नहीं, ये जो ट्रैकिंग वाला था विच वॉज बिफोर एक्सीडेंट, when I
Okay.
shifted to Pune in that way. But उसके बाद जब मेरा I was get rid of this because of 1 year treatment मेरा हो गया था ठीक. I have not stopped myself and I have not limit myself. Again I started trekking in that way. So there was regular trek चलता रहता था in that way. So कोई भी activity stop नहीं हुई इसके बाद.
Oh wow. कोई भी एक्टिविटी स्टॉप नहीं हुई और आपने रिकॉर्ड्स भी बनाए. So, what is this record of the Guinness World Record that you have made?
Yeah, that was, I think many of women in the Pune must be aware of. That is the Lavasa Women Drive. और आई वॉज फॉर्चुनेट इनफ कि उसी टाइम पे देयर वाज अ चैलेंज एंड देयर वाज अ गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड जहाँ पे मैक्सिमम फीमेल हैज बीन पार्टिसिपेटेड इन दैट वे. So we were in the leading team for next top 10, and everybody get this Guinness Book of World Record who have taken part in this year particularly.
ओके, तो उसमें करना क्या था?
लवासा कॉमन ड्राइव में आपको फर्स्ट यू शुड बी नॉन पर्सन बाय फेसबुक में. उस टाइम की बात करें 8 से 10 साल पहले की बात करूँ, आई थिंक दैट वाज अराउंड मेनी इयर्स बिफोर. And you have to make the team of 4 female. You have to decide one theme of your car जहाँ पे डेकोरेशन होता है, जहाँ पे कैंसर ड्राइव था इन दैट वे. एंड एक नेविगेट होता है और बाकी के 2 आपको हेल्प करते हैं. तो वहां पे रास्ता इतना अजीब था जहाँ पे हमें समझ में नहीं आता था कि हमें वो पॉइंट पे कैसा जाना है. तो देयर वाज लॉट्स ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस इन दैट, व्हिच वाज अ टफ टाइम. इट वाज नॉट इजी फॉर दैट.
वाह. सो ऐसी भी चीजें करना और ऐसी भी चीज में एडवेंचर ढूंढना इज समथिंग रियली रियली ग्रेट. एंड यू नो, आपकी जो लाइफ जर्नी अभी तक हमने देखी है, जो कर रही है, लेट मी आस्क यू, डू यू हैव किड्स?
Yes, I have a kid. I have a son of 20 years now. He's in Australia and pursuing his second year of computer science. So here comes, I would like to explain this way, yeah. Balance of life, and we have to decide priority of your role as a woman. I left everything when he was in 9th standard. So I stopped visiting hospital. I stopped my outside or whatever my engagement was there, and I started my own residence clinic so I can have a balance at home and my clinic. And then after he has pursued the 12th, again I started all these things. So priority of role has been very important to decide what is the demand of situation. We have to act as per the things.
You know, but you don't look like mother of 20. I was surprised. I thought ठीक है 10-12 साल के बच्चे होंगे जब तक ठीक है, but 20? I mean, you have maintained yourself. Highly, highly high regards for that. And I
Thank
think
you so much.
you do so many things. That is why it reflects on your face, and your face looks really, really young.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely you will get confidence if you explore yourself in a different things. I've never been a part of this adventure, but I started. I did skydiving, bungee jumping. I think life is so beautiful. Why to restrict ourselves and sitting in the corner?
Absolutely. You are a social activist also. This corona phase, this pandemic phase has been difficult for so many people because they have lost their loved ones, their near dear ones. How will you help someone who has lost someone very close to come out of that grief and start with a normal life?
Yeah, I would like to share something in last year pandemic, when there was a lots of problem with the at least who are the very poor coming from a poor family who don't have any small amount of money to take medicines. Rather than to earn more money on the fear of COVID, what I have choose to distributed a free COVID immunity booster. I have made myself 10,000 doses, and I have given these medicines to all the society worker, the maids, colony, cleaner staff, and everything. And that gives me tremendous satisfaction. I thought that's a good, हमने अच्छा काम किया है, अच्छा ही मिलेगा. But life is again not like that. Last few, I think before 3 months, I lost my father-in-law, and we couldn't save him. So being a counselor, also being a homeopathic physician, I know everything, but then also I went into a guilt. I went into a kind of depression where I was unable to handle myself. And that time I think role of counseling is a very important. Like, I have fortunate enough that I have a counselor in Gujarat. I was sitting in the corner, but वो जो काउंसलर का हेल्प होता है, टॉर्च टॉर्च डाल के लाइट को बताना कि आपको वहां पे जाना है, इट्स लाइक समथिंग, कि आपके पास गूगल मैप है, आपके पास पूरा एड्रेस लिखा हुआ है, बट फिर भी आप वहां पे जाके पूछते हो ना कि भाई या कहाँ है, ये एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे है, अदरवाइज यू रोम अराउंड एंड अराउंड। काउंसलिंग का काम ही होता है कि वो एग्जैक्टली आपको एक स्टेप आगे जाने में हेल्प करता है, टू नो योरसेल्फ बेटर। And because of counseling, I could survive and I could come out of this thing. It was a very, very bad situation. My husband was critical. Everybody was in hospital. So for me to fight alone outside the hospital was very tough journey for me also. Now what I am doing, I started free counseling who have lost their near dear one in the COVID. I will make an event that the all the same kind of suffering the persons are there. We can exchange their pain. We can understand more better way how we can help each other. So experience से सीखो तो एक्सपीरियंस आपके लिए एक लाइफ लर्निंग लेसन बन जाता है।
So true, so true. And ऐसी काउंसलिंग कर पाना और ऐसा कुछ कर पाना is is a need of an hour.
Yes.
It is a need of an hour. अगर से हम देखें ये कोविड सिचुएशन हर एक के लिए एक अलग 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 लर्निंग फेज था। सो एक लर्निंग फेज आपके लिए ये रहा कि हाउ टू डील विद द इमोशन, how to come out of it when you lose someone. Undoubtedly, you have done a lot of social work by providing immunity boosters to a lot of people at your level. But when it comes to mental and emotional health, we all go for a toss when we lose someone very close to us. And you really rightly pointed out the importance of counseling. Counseling is not just when you are mad or you are out of track or some behavior issue, or you have something major has happened. Even for the small things, when you take counseling help, it really really matters. So the viewers, those who are really those who are watching us, I would strongly urge, if you find someone who's dealing with the grief, has not come out, you can take the help of Dr. Bhavika or me also, where you can connect with us and we can help those people coming out of their griefs and start rehabilitate their life normally, because counseling plays a very 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 vital role. Dr. Bhavika, apart from this counseling, apart from being doctor, अगर से आप डॉक्टर नहीं बनते तो क्या बनते?
अगर मैं डॉक्टर नहीं बनती तो डेफिनेटली मॉडल बनती थी, बिकॉज समथिंग इज माय पैशन. आई लव टू ऑर्गेनाइज पैशन शो, आई लव टू वॉक ऑन अ रैम्प, आई वुड लव टू एक्टिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, और आई कुड बी अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन बिकॉज आई वाज बैडमिंटन चैंपियन थ्रूआउट माय लाइफ, सो इट कुड बी एनीथिंग.
पर इसमें से सबसे प्यारा प्रोफेशन क्या लगता है आपको?
माय प्रोफेशन बेस्ट इज एज अ काउंसलर, रोल ऑफ काउंसलर इन होम्योपैथिक. ये मैंने जिंदगी में एक दिन भी प्रैक्टिस नहीं छोड़ा है. समथिंग इज लाइक आई ऑलवेज डू, एंड दैट हेल्प्स मी टू बूस्ट अप माय कॉन्फिडेंस.
So beautiful. So before we leave, we want something, some messages, some tips, some message that you would like to give to our audience.
First of all, यहाँ पे अभी पैंडेमिक चल रहा है, we have lost our near dear one. मैं यही सबको समझाऊंगी और यही सबको एडवाइस दूंगी, डोंट sit in a corner and cry. Life is not going to change the way you want. You have to make change yourself. So 3 tools है. One is a counseling. Counselor could be anyone. आपका कोई फ्रेंड भी हो सकता है, पेरेंट्स भी हो सकता है, आपका नियर में जो डॉक्टर्स है वो भी, फैमिली फिजिशियन भी आपके काउंसलर हो सकता है. बट आपको एक जरूरत है एक एक्सपर्ट की समवेयर. आप अपने आप को बूस्टअप नहीं कर सकते हो, आप कितना भी स्ट्रॉन्ग हो समटाइम्स. तो वो एक चीज करना है, कीप बिजी योरसेल्फ, व्हाटएवर यू आर डूइंग, बिजी हो जाओ. आप सोशल बन जाओ, आप फ्रेंड्स को करो, किसी की हेल्प करो. अगर आप बिजी नहीं बनोगे तो यही सारी नेगेटिविटी आपके अंदर वो माइंड कर जाएगी. And the third thing is physical activities. उससे आपका काफी hormones level बढ़ता है, good hormone level बढ़ता है. तो be active more. So these three tools are there to keep healthy and fit. And the thing is कि let your unique awesome quality and the positive energy bring confidence into others life. आप खुद के लिए तो कर ही रहे हो, बट आप जब दूसरों के लिए कुछ करते हो तो आपकी लाइफ वर्थ है, आपका पर्पस सॉल्व हो जाता है. एंड इफ यू वांट, जैसे बोला ना, इफ यू वांट लाइट इन योर लाइफ, you have to stand where it is a shining. So that's very important, I think. And you should always die with your memory rather than the dream. तो अभी आपके पास पूरी लाइफ है, मेमोरीज क्रिएट करो, ड्रीम्स को परस्यू करो, and that be happy. Life is very short. Don't be so serious in that way.
So, viewers, let's sum up the whole session with the learnings that we have got from Dr. Bhavika. First, stereotyping todo. It is very important to break the stereotyping. Second, life is unpredictable. So you may get different things. Be flexible is the second point. Be flexible. Be ready to adjust each and in every situation which comes across to you. Third lesson that you can learn, there are multiple shades of you. You haven't explored yourself. Explore them. Fifth, ask for help when needed. It is not just कि दुखी रहो, वो रहो. It is very, very important. Ask for help if needed. जरूरी नहीं है कि वो मदद मांगने से आप छोटे हो जाओगे या आपका मानसिक संतुलन खराब ही समझ में आएगा. हेल्प मांगना जरूरी है. And last lesson which I have learned from Dr. Bhavika is that if you're happy, it reflects on your face. So be happy. Be happy in whatever you do. So these 5 lessons, if you have, I am sure our skin, our personality going to be reflected just as Dr. Bhavika's is reflected. She is a mother of 20-year-old. कोई इनको देख के बोलेगा क्या? मैं तो नहीं बोल सकती, बट आप में से कोई बोल पाए तो बताना, मैं नहीं बोल सकती. So if you want that to happen with us and as aging stops, then we should love ourselves, we should explore ourselves, be flexible, to exercise and ask for help. It is very, very important. And these lessons I've learned from Dr. Bhavika. So, Dr. Bhavika, it was pleasure having you here on our platform.
Thank you so much. और लास्ट में मैं बोलूंगी कि घर से अकेले निकले थे, लोग मिलते गए और कारवा बनता गया, और इसी एक कारवा के साथ जुड़ी हूँ जिसका नाम है VNWC. That team has done excellent effort and bring lots of importance in my life, especially Bobby. I was famous in Magarpata, but Magarpata से एक extra wing मुझे Bobby ने दिया है, जो मैं आज पुणे में काफी लोगों में known हूँ. So thank you so much VNWC team, and thank you Rohan for the wonderful session with you. I hope if we can change someone's life with this interview, that interview has been solved, purpose has been solved.
Absolutely, absolutely. And on behalf of VNWC team, Bobby Karnani as president, we would like to thank you for joining us, giving your valuable time from a clinic time especially. You have given your valuable time, and I hope the viewers, those who see us, they will really love your session because the inputs given were very, very, very valuable. And thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Before we leave, all the viewers, stay tuned with us because every day we are bringing dynamic people who can really, really tailor make your life or change your life in such a manner कि आप सोचने पे मजबूर हो जाओगे कि लाइफ में कितना कुछ है एक्सप्लोर करने का. तो अगर से ये चीज मन में है तो प्लीज 6 o'clock को VNWC बिजनेस ग्लोरी पेज पे जरूर ट्यून इन कीजिए with me Romal, and we are going to meet one more Idol of Pune every day at 6 p.m. Till then, see you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you.